Well, good day to you. This is Ian Wiltshire, and today is going to be the first of a series of video clips on living the victorious life, living the successful life, living the life of your dreams. Today, I'm going to speak about the power of focus. Yeah, and that is how you can focus on the things you desire, on the things you want. You know, many people tend to focus on things they don't want. Then they talk about the things they don't want. And if you talk about the things that you don't want, what happens? They appear in your reality. And because they appear in your reality, you talk more about them. And then they appear more in your reality. You know, some people, when they're living in a city and the city is full of violence and they talk about the crime and the violence, and then the crime and the violence appear more and more, and then they talk more about the violence and the crime. No, they don't want any crime and violence. They want to live in peace. Yes, they want to live in peace, but they are talking about other things that they don't want. And so the crime and violence seem to perpetuate in their lives. And that's why today I'm inviting you to speak about things that you desire, things that you love to have, see in your life. If you want abundance, then speak about abundance and don't speak about lack. If you want to be healthy and remain healthy, then speak about health and how wonderful it is to be healthy and how wonderful it is to feel a fit body. Speak about that constantly. Now, no matter how you may feel, you may not feel very well, but speak about feeling well. Yes. Now, you will say, yeah, I talk a lot. Yeah, that's right. But I'm saying to you one thing. I have experienced this in my life, that by focusing on the things that I want, the things that I want to have shown up in my life, then this comes to pass. Now, you know, there's something that I would like to share with you. Many, many years ago when I was still living in South Africa, in Wiltshire, yes, in Wiltshire. Now, Wiltshire used to be a crime-ridden city. Yes, it's a township, of course. Crime-ridden. Every day there was some sort of a murder, and the crime was so rife it was not safe to walk around. And then I remembered the sisters and brothers of the church, the AFM, they started to pray and they started to pray and prayed. And they prayed for peace in the township. And they prayed for safety in the township. And they prayed. You know what happened? 2 weeks later, there was not a single incidence of crime. There was not a single incidence of violence. There was not a single incidence of mugging and assailment, because they focused on what they would like to have seen in the city, in the township, and what they saw afterwards. It's what they got. And I noticed in my life, whenever I spoke about crime, it happened. And so I decided not to do that, but to speak about the things that I desire to see in my life. You know, I've come a long way to realize that what you focus on. And so if you take the English language has so many positive words that you can use in your everyday life. And by using these words, you know what happens to you? There is an effect on the biochemistry of your brain, and it brings about a positive change in you when you speak about these things. When someone asks you, how are you? And you're not feeling well, some people say, well, I feel miserable. Come on, say you don't feel well. I do not feel well, using the word well. And you can say, I feel fantastic, I feel tremendous, I feel awesome, I feel wonderful, I feel great, I feel magnificent. Oh, there are so many words that you can use, and then these words start to take control around you. When you are talking about other people, what words are you using? Are you using the most magnificent words when you're describing them, or are you using negative words that bring them down? And so I'm telling you now, please use positive words for yourself. If you want to have a happy family, talk about happy things. If you don't like your partner or your spouse, speak about them in a respectful way. Speak about them in a positive way. You speak about their positive aspects. Always do that. Always focus on what is good, what is positive. Always focus on that. And that, my friends, will become your reality. That's how my brother was. He focused on the good in others. I know that. He always had a good laugh. And he always focused and said, well, that person is such a nice person. Even that person was not really. My brother used to focus. Then what? His life was a joy. And therefore I say to you now, please focus on the good. Focus on the miracles that you're going to receive. Focus on the wondrous. Focus on the wonder of nature. Focus on the magnificence around you. And that will become part and parcel of your reality. Thank you so much, my friends. And see you later. This is Ian Wiltshire signing off. And see you next week with another episode of my motivational series. Thank you.